Beautiful villages in Southeast Asia, life on the edge of the world. Far from the skyscrapers and cities, there are villages untouched by time. In Southeast Asia, life flows differently through jungle paths, rice terraces, floating markets, and mountain fog. What is it really like to live on the edge of the modern world? Let's take a journey through the villages where simplicity meets soul. But first, like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch new videos like this. Let's from the village, Sapa, Vietnam. What if you could live in the clouds where the earth touches the sky? Have you ever imagined waking up in a place where the clouds drift past your window and the sun rises over endless green valleys? Where the earth beneath your feet holds generations of memory and every footpath is a thread connecting people, stories, and time? That's the kind of life unfolding in Sapa, a mountain village in northern Vietnam. The Hmong and Dao communities have lived here for centuries, growing rice in step terraces that appear like emerald staircases leading to heaven. Their homes, made of wood and earth, cling to the mountainside. Despite tourism slowly seeping in, daily life still revolves around farming, embroidery, and festivals like the Love Market, where young people gather under the moonlight to sing courtship songs. The terrain is harsh. Monsoons wash away paths and winters bite hard, but the people here endure, tied to the mountain by more than just geography. In every footstep, there's heritage. Luang Prabang, Laos, can a village preserve its soul where tourism whispers at every corner? In the ancient town of Luang Prabang, golden temples glisten in the sunrise, monks in saffron robes walk silently at dawn, and villagers continue a rhythm of life that predates the cities. Though popular among travelers, Luang Prabang maintains its heartbeat through morning rituals, night markets, and the Mekong's gentle flow. Life here is poetic. Daily almsgiving, where locals kneel quietly on sidewalks to offer food to monks, is both spiritual and community-centered. The old town's wooden homes, French colonial buildings, and Buddhist monasteries form a cultural blend rarely seen elsewhere. Craftspeople still create mulberry paper, silver jewelry, and textiles by hand. But beneath this beauty lies a struggle to keep tourism beneficial, not destructive. And so the locals tread carefully with grace. Kampong Air, Brunei. How do you build a village not on land, but on water? Kampong Air is the world's largest water village, a floating community built on stilts across the Brunei River. It thrives without roads. Wooden walkways, small boats, and centuries of adaptation make life possible. Homes have running water, electricity, and even schools. Children paddle to class, while parents work in floating shops. Over 30 villages are connected by wooden bridges and canals, with more than 30,000 residents living on water. It's a unique world where fishing, boat making, and storytelling are passed through generations. Elders recall times when crocodiles drifted nearby and houses were built without nails. Despite modernization creeping in, speedboats, mobile phones, and concrete structures, the heart of Kampong Air remains waterbound. Banaue, Philippines. Can ancient steps carved into mountains still carry modern dreams? Banaue is home to the famed rice terraces, often called the eighth wonder of the world. These terraces were carved over 2,000 years ago by the Ifugo people and are still used today. Each level of the terrace is meticulously engineered with stone walls and irrigation systems that channel water from mountaintop springs. Life in Banaue moves with the planting and harvest cycles. Villagers walk barefoot through the paddies, children play near water buffalo, and families gather for harvest feasts with rice wine and songs. The Ifugo continue to practice rituals honoring rice spirits, ensuring harmony with nature. Though some youth leave for the cities, many return drawn back by ancestral responsibility. Mae Kampong, Thailand. What happens when a village embraces change on its own terms? Nestled in a forested valley, Mae Kampong is a model of ecotourism and self-sufficiency. The community made a conscious choice to welcome visitors, but only in ways that honor their culture and environment. Locals host guests in traditional wooden homes, preparing herbal baths and home-cooked meals. They guide hikes through moss-covered trails, teach how to brew fermented tea leaves, and explain their forest conservation efforts. Electricity only arrived in the 2000s, but that didn't change their essence. Solar panels coexist with spirit houses. Here, the community decides its future together, one step at a time. Saiman, Bali, Indonesia. It's a paradise found in the quiet, not the chaos. Far from Bali's crowded beaches lies Saiman, a serene valley village surrounded by rice paddies and volcanoes. Here, silence is sacred. Farmers tend to fields with gentle care, and artisans craft offerings for the gods. Each morning, women place keneng sari, flower offerings at shrines, and children wear traditional dress to school. The economy here rests on weaving, farming, and ecotourism. Guests stay in bamboo huts overlooking Mount Agang, rising like a silent sentinel. Saiman's villagers live simply but meaningfully. They do not chase after luxury, they find it in the morning fog, in temple prayers, and in slow conversations. Batad, Philippines. Can isolation protect a culture from vanishing? Batad is more remote than Banaue, accessible only by foot. But those who reach it are rewarded with breathtaking amphitheater-like terraces and an intimate glimpse of the Afugo way of life. The village is nestled in a concave valley, its homes hugging steep terrain. There's no internet, few generators, and no roads. People grow their food, build their homes, and live by daylight. Cultural practices, such as the hubad chants and bone-washing rituals, are still observed. This remote sanctuary holds stories etched in every stone wall, reminding visitors of what true resilience looks like. Muang Ngoy Nua, Laos. What if beauty came wrapped in complete silence? Accessible only by boat, this riverside village has no cars and barely any electricity. Mountains rise around it like guardians, and the Namao River flows like a lifeline. There are no neon lights, no noise, just the murmur of nature. Villagers fish, farm, and gather beneath starlit skies. Children splash in the river as buffalo roam nearby. Hammocks hang in open porches. It's a place where time stretches. Tourists are welcome, but always reminded, speak softly, walk gently, respect deeply. At dusk, the entire valley glows in warm gold as if nature is exhaling. The river whispers stories only those who listen can hear. Flickering lanterns light the way like fireflies in the dark. Morning mist clings to rooftops, refusing to leave too soon, and every goodbye feels like you're leaving behind a part of peace itself. Tanganan, Bali, Indonesia. What if time stood still for the sake of tradition? Tanganan is one of Bali's oldest and most traditional villages. The people here follow ancient customs known as the Bali Aga way of life. Life in Tanganan is structured by rules and rituals. The village layout follows cosmic principles. Unique double ikat cloth called gringsing is woven here, a process so intricate it takes years to complete. Outsiders may visit but must follow protocol. Ceremonies like Makar, the Pandanus War, honor ancestors and showcase valor. Tanganan preserves not just its buildings, but its soul. Every home faces inward, toward the heart of the village, not the world outside. Children learn stories by firelight, not from screens. Even the air here feels older, thicker, with memory. Music played on bamboo instruments flows like sacred breath. Tradition is not just practice, it's lived in every step, stitch, and silence. Pahang, Myanmar. What stories echo in the shadows of sacred caves? Pahang lies near limestone mountains filled with ancient caves, each hiding temples, Buddha statues, and paintings dating back centuries. The village is surrounded by karst cliffs and rice fields that change color with the seasons. Locals live in still houses, and monks walk barefoot on dusty roads. Cave monasteries like Sadan and Kagan are both spiritual sites and community centers. At sunset, villagers gather for chants, share tea, and tell tales of spirits who protect the land. Here, religion, nature, and community are deeply entwined. Candles flicker inside the caves, casting prayers in golden light. Bats flutter above while incense curls below, two worlds sharing space. Every step echoes like a question posed to the mountain itself. Offerings of flowers and rice sit quietly on warm stone altars. In Pahang, even silence feels sacred. Stuck to one of these villages capture your heart. Whether perched on a mountain or tucked in a forest, they show us what it means to live slowly, intentionally, and beautifully. Ever visited or dreamt of living in one of these places? Tell us in the comments. And if this glimpse into untouched life moves you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hidden human stories from across the globe.